What's new at Universal Orlando? All types of stuff. Let me show it to you. I think we're going to start at Islands of Adventure today, but before we head into either park, let's check out some new merchandise inside of the Universal Studios store. For Jurassic World merchandise, I have 3 new t-shirts to show you from the Hundreds collection. This first one is $40, and you can see the front graphic has that famous scene from the first movie. And then we have these 2 here. These are $45 a piece. The red one right here from the Hundreds collection, and the blue one also from the Hundreds. Inside of the City Walk Studio store, we do have this wall of graphic tees. A lot of them I've seen before. I haven't noticed this one. It may have been here already, but I think it's really cool. Check out Kong. Check out the expressions of Kong. And I do believe all these t-shirts are $25 a piece, even the Wizarding Mom and the Wizarding Dad t-shirts. For $24 each, I'm liking both of these Orlando hats. I might have to get one for my Rick's Road Trip channel. When you get a chance, go check out that channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Okay, let's head into Islands of Adventure now. All of the local schools are back in session, so the crowd levels this week, they seem a little lighter. Now I've seen the mayor, but I've never seen this guy at the port of entry.
Me?
Yeah, who are you?
Me?
Yeah, who are you?
You should know who I am.
I've seen the mayor, I know the mayor.
We drank rum together, remember?
Well, we had a lot of rum, I can't remember.
Oh, see, and you expect me to remember?
For real, I've never seen that character in port of entry before, and I still don't know who it is. I still couldn't figure it out. The last time I tried to order from Green Eggs and Ham, they did not have any green eggs, or any eggs. I just asked them, they do have eggs today. The carousel, still not operational. Welcome to the Lost Continent. Well, looky here. Construction walls all around Poseidon's Fury. What video did I just put out? I put out a video saying that this was going to become a Legend of Zelda attraction. I can now confirm they're doing more than just upgrading the digital images for Poseidon's Fury. I was only 51% sure this was going to be converted over to a Legend of Zelda attraction. Seeing these construction walls greatly ups that percentage. The leading contender to replace Poseidon, Legend of Zelda, I've already talked about that, but years ago I talked about the possibility of Lord of the Rings coming to the park. So I would say Lord of the Rings and Zelda, the 2 leading candidates to replace Poseidon's Fury. Don't forget, when it comes to a new attraction coming into the Lost Continent, not only do you have Poseidon's Fury to work with, you also have this right here, the old Sinbad stunt show area. It could be all encompassing. Fire Eater's Grill recently updated their sweet treats menu. Let's try something new. Greek honey puffs, $3.59. Let's give it a try. Sweet fried puffy dough. What's not to love? Also in the Lost Continent, this little store here, that's going to be a Halloween Horror Nights tribute store. First time they're having a tribute store over here at Islands. Since Universal just dumped a whole lot of Halloween Horror Nights information, let's head over to Studios, where Halloween Horror Nights is going to be, and check out the different scare zones and everything. I found the mayor. Earlier I saw some rum drinking scallywag. Have you seen him? Have you seen him around?
I have not. I say, where's the Wilkin hat? I'm over here. Wilkin hat. Wilkin hat. Take note. Take note.
Take note, yes.
We must call the constable or get Jack Alexander out here. That rum-drinking scallywag is afoot again.
Over here at Studios, the globe hasn't spun in like a week's time. Before we get too deep into Studios, I'd like to note Studio Sweets. On a sad note, personally, because we loved them, the Rice Krispie treats are gone. They're not going to have them anymore. The first thing I need to do now that I'm inside I need to go to the Five and Dime, see if they're still doing those Halloween Horror Night portraits that they're gonna hang up in the tribute store. I'd like to do that. Oh good, the sign is still up. I do want to be a part of Halloween Horror Nights history. Let's go in here and inquire. So for the 16 by 20, it will be $225 plus tax, and there's a smaller one that's how much? $190 for the smaller one. Okay, it's all paid for, no discounts apply. Now I just need to email my headshot, and then when it's all done, when the tribute store's open, my portrait will be in there, and then when the tribute store closes after Halloween Horror Nights, they will mail me the portrait used in the Halloween Horror Nights store. Here on Hollywood Boulevard, this will be a Scare Zone Lights, Camera, Action, Eddie's Revenge. They've added 3 stages for scare actors to perform. This one is the most themed out right now, Vamp 55. The Scare Zone in Battery Park, flee the wrath of the Terror Queen and her rooted evil plans in Gorewood Forest. In addition to that big prop, lighting structures and garnishment, I'll call it, I guess garnishment, theming on the fence area here.
Hi, Rick!
Doc, good to see you.
Always a pleasure to see you.
We now have 10 houses announced. Can you, since you've been in the future, tell me about the 11th house?
I could, but that would cause a major paradox.
Oh, it would. I forgot about the paradox thing.
Exactly.
You're so right, you can't say anything.
Familiar with the 11th house?
I am not.
You know there's 11 houses?
I don't know for sure.
Aha! What's that?
If he won't tell me about the 11th house, do you think he knows about what's happening with Poseidon's Fury? If you told me what's happening with Poseidon's Fury, would that also cause a paradox?
No, Poseidon's Fury is going to be, shall I say, a revisit in the future.
You know, because I would like to play some bets on what's going to replace it. Like Biff was going to do. Yeah.
You want to place bets for financial gain.
Yeah,
Just like the sports almanac.
Springfield, never like an official Scare Zone, but usually maniacs with chainsaws during Halloween Horror Nights. You want proof that it's a light day? Look at the taco truck. Like 3 people. That's insane. You know it's a light day when the taco truck line doesn't go all the way down to the time machines. The 5 haunted houses released today. Welcome to Scary Horror in the Heartland. Case Files Unearthed, Legendary Truth, The Wicked Growth, Realm of the Pumpkin, Pumpkin Theater, Captive Audience, and Revenge of the Tooth Fairy. A couple of those might be back here, just to the side of MIB. We already know that Welcome to Scary Horror in the Heartland is located way back here behind MIB. Inside of the old Fear Factor Stadium, the Halloween Horror Nights show will be Halloween Nightmare Fuel, a fiery new show featuring nocturnal creatures, aerials of the night, and frightful fire performers, all set to pulse-pounding rock, metal, and electronica music. The San Francisco Scare Zone, enter the monstrous universe of iconic horror stories from Crypt TV. Anytime you see one of these stages or some of the theming covered up, that means it's a little too intense for the daytime crowd.
Yeah, that's what...
The other HHN show will be the Lagoon Show, Marathon of Mayhem Carnage Factory. It's a brand new nighttime show for the Lagoon. And it will feature some of the top names in horror and Halloween Horror Nights history. The New York area Scare Zone. Resist succumbing to an alien cyber regime overtaking a future dystopia and seek and destroy, as this Scare Zone will be called. The Jurassic World tribute store gone. Already halfway up is the facade to the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store. This is where my portrait's going to be, guys. So if you're visiting during Halloween Horror Nights, come check out my portrait inside of the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store. And even though the Jurassic World tribute store is gone, at Studio Suites, the candy shop at the front of the park, they still have some Jurassic World treats there, such as my favorite, a dig in a jar. And then here in Production Central, in between Minions and Shrek, 30 Years of Fear. Some of your classic and iconic frights from past Halloween Horror Nights will meet you in here. We'll see if they give us an 11th house this year. I'm kind of betting on that. I'm betting on 11 houses. We'll see if it really happens. Okay, that's going to do it for today's video. Even though I did have a couple other smaller updates I wanted to share, the Halloween Horror Nights news kind of dominated things. We'll get to those other updates in a future video. But as always,
don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun.
Thanks for watching Rix Flix. And now, it's time to relax.